5 ways a narcissist will discard you and why they discard you in these ways. Any relationship breakup can be difficult and we can have things that we need to work through and process. However, most relationship breakups have some form of idea that the relationship is coming to an end. They have some form of closure with each other, or they at the very least care enough about each other to respect each other enough to not go all out to hurt each other. When it comes to a breakup with a narcissist, they're going to do all they can to give you no closure so that they can do what they want to do, because they are preoccupied with their life. They are preoccupied with themselves. They are preoccupied with getting their needs met. So this video is 5 ways a narcissist might discard you. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. One thing we know from most narcissistic people is that the discard is often temporary. Many narcissists do come back when they feel like they can meet one of their own needs to come back to you. So if they feel like you're doing better without them and they want to destroy you, take you down, or if they want to exploit something from you. There is those narcissists who will not try to hoover, however many do. Therefore, the narcissist discard is often a temporary disengagement. The final discard or the ending of the relationship comes from you. As while ever a narcissist believes they can get something from you, they will come back for more from you. Not because they care about you, because they want to exploit you. Most narcissists cycle around that same pattern of behaviour, learned behaviour. It's just a habit to them. It's who they are. It is what they do. They idolise people. They love on people. They devalue people. They re-idolise people. They discard people. They smear people's names. They hoover people. They idolise people. And they just keep repeating that same pattern of behaviour because they believe that behaviour works for them. They don't see themselves at that moment in time as in the wrong. They believe that those around them are in the wrong. So number 1, they might end the relationship with the silent treatment, the disappearing act, where they just up and vanish on you and you've no clue as to what to do, what's happening, what's happened to them, where they are, how they are. More often than not, you're not only worried about the relationship, but you're also worried about what has happened to them. You might not have even been having any relationship difficulties at that moment in time when they just up and left. So you're left feeling concerned, you're left feeling numb, you're left feeling in pain, and you're left wondering what on earth has just happened, which often then leads you to start chasing them, to start calling them, to start messaging them. You might even start messaging their friends and their family, calling their friends and family, driving past their home if you don't live with them, to try and find out if they are okay. Often once you realise they're okay, that's when the anger and the resentment kicks in, but at first it's more concern for what has happened to them. What we don't realise is when you're chasing them, more often than not, you're playing straight into their hands because the narcissist has found a new supply to exploit. A narcissist usually in between the devaluation and discard, has lined up a replacement. When they have found a replacement, they will quickly move on with the idolization stage with that replacement, often telling countless lies to the replacement about you, about how crazy you are, about how obsessed you are, about how you stalk them. So you messaging constantly, you driving past their home, you getting in touch with their friends and family, matches up the narcissist lies, because the narcissist hasn't told the new partner that they've just up and left you without any warning, without any words. So your actions play straight into the narcissist's smear campaign against you, as they're telling everyone around them that you're the crazy one. And the more you try to explain to people, the more it matches the narcissist's lies. When you do find out that they have just moved on with somebody new, that's when it can cause that anger, that resentment, that confusion. It can also give you a feeling of relief knowing that they are okay. And once you've got that feeling of relief knowing that they are okay, that feeling of anger then takes over, which is then you can then react in ways that then makes it look like you are the bitter one, you are the jealous one, even though the intentions behind your behaviour, the motives behind your behaviour are not because you're bitter, they're not because you're jealous, they're not because you're obsessed, they're not because you're obsessed, they're because you're concerned, they're not because you're bitter, they're because you're angry that you've been duped by them. But the narcissist will be telling those around them that you're the jealous one, that you're the bitter one. If you have communication with the narcissist, they will also be telling you that you're jealous and you're bitter. So you question who you are, you question your motives, you question your emotional thinking, and it takes over your logical thinking of what's actually just happened. What's actually happened is they've left you, they've got no respect to tell you, and they've moved straight on with somebody new to get their supply of attention met. You are left feeling scared, worried about how they are. You find out that they're okay, you find out that they're with somebody new, so then you're left feeling angry, feeling hurt, and feeling confused. What you have to recognise is that is who they are as a person. If they've done it once, there's a good chance they will do it again. If they did it to an ex, there's a very good chance they will do it to the new. Your emotional reactions are normal. However, they are to teach you that this isn't the kind of person you want in your life. They are not to teach that person how they should treat people. If they don't know the basics on how to respect people, how to be loyal to people, they're not the kinds of people you want in your life. They might discard you in a way that leaves the door open, the one where they might come at you and say things such as, I just need a bit of time, I just need a bit of space, I'm not sure what I want out of life. And as most people, most of us can go through stages where we're not sure what's happening, we're not sure what we want a bit of space from things. We can recognise that someone else might want a bit of space. We can also start to wonder what we've done wrong and question ourselves, because what they sold us in the beginning was so perfect and so real, because we lived that reality when they were idolising us. So we can start to question what we've done and what we need to do to make the relationship work. We can also feel bad for them if they're going through difficult times. We can sympathise with them and want to support them and help them, not realising that they're discarding us in a way that is easier for them to come back to exploit us if whatever their new adventure is doesn't work out for them. And when they discard people in this way, it leaves people not moving on with their own lives. It leaves us clinging on to that hope that it will all be okay. However, if the narcissist comes back, it will not be okay. It will just keep repeating, recycling the same pattern of behaviour. If they want space, give them space and use that time to work on what you want out of your life. The one with the backhanded compliments, the ones where they tell you how you've treated them better than anyone has ever treated them, how you are the one for them, the one where they tell you that they don't deserve you, the one that leaves you thinking, what's the problem? If you're happy with me, why not just stay and work it out together? To leave you with feelings of confusion, to leave you trying to work out what on earth is happening. And again, it's so the narcissist can go on their new adventure while breadcrumbing you to hold on, to try and work harder to please them, to beg them, to plead with them, to ask them what you can do to make life better for them. When what you need to do is ask yourself what you can do to make your life better for you, and leave them to go and live their life however they want to go and live it. The one where they might blame you, the one where they tell you that you're not good enough for them, you don't do enough for them, you don't pay them enough attention. This, if they have a replacement lined up and it backfires, they will often just go to the replacement, and more often than not, they have a replacement lined up. When they're coming at you with you're not taking care of them, what they mean is they're in their comfort zone and they don't really want to disrupt their lives and move on to somebody new, but they want you to work as hard as that new person is pleasing them. However, they're idolizing your replacement. They can't be bothered to idolize you. They want you to put the effort in while they do the bare minimum. They want you to feel bad as a person. They want you to feel like the relationship is going south because of everything that you do wrong. So you work harder to please them. They want you to fear that the relationship is over. They want you to fear that they're going to leave all the hopes and the dreams you've created and disappear. They want you to blame yourself. They want you to look past. They want to distract you from their toxic behaviour and blame yourself for your emotional reactions. They want to cause that upset. They want to cause that hurt. They want to gain more control over who you are as a person. They might actually tell you it's over. They might devalue you. They might invalidate you. They might insult you in the process. They might tell you that you don't take care of yourself anymore, that you don't take care of the home anymore, that you don't dress very well anymore, that you eat too much, that you've lost too much weight, that you've gained too much weight. They will be throwing insult after insult at you. And more often than not, when people do get comfortable in a relationship, as people age, their bodies change. With a narcissist, when you've got them causing arguments before you go and hit that gym, when you've got them financially abusing you, even though you might not realise they're financially abusing you, when they're causing that sleep deprivation, when they are draining you emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically, sexually, when they are draining you, you can feel like a shell of your former self. When you are fawning to their behaviour, when you're living in a state of hypervigilance, when you're full of anxiety that you have to pick that phone up to them when it rings, you have to message them as soon as they message you, otherwise you're going to get a barrage of accusations when they come home. When you are living in that state, you often feel like you're not yourself, because you're not yourself anymore. You're who they've trained you up into being. You might feel like your feelings depressed, anxious. So when they're saying you're not the person you used to be, that you're not taking care of things anymore, you might not be doing. So you again look to blame yourself and don't recognize that they are the root cause of your problems, and them discarding you is actually doing you a favor. If they've insulted you on something where you think, yeah, I did used to be like that and I preferred to be like that, that's the perfect motivation to get out there and do that again. Not to impress them, not to take them back, for you, for who you are as a person. The best revenge against narcissist is you going to live your life well, which is you going to live your life exactly how you want to live it, which is you taking your power back, taking your control back, taking your dreams back, and living life doing the things that make you happy. And when a narcissist sees you happy is often when they come back for the hoover. And this is when the final discard comes, because this is when you can no more. I've seen the light. There is a much better way to live. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it's a learning process. Yes, we can have narcissistic parents. We can have narcissistic family members. We can have narcissistic people in the workplace, because somebody's narcissistic partner is somebody's narcissistic child, somebody's narcissistic work colleague. So there is things that we have to work on, like our beliefs, our values, creating our boundaries, so that we can begin to walk with those who support us, who are supportive of us as we are them, who raise us up as we would them, and walk away from those who seek to bring us down to feel better about themselves. If a narcissist has, or when a narcissist has discarded you, it is devastating, it is painful, but please remember, it says more about who they are as a person than it ever will you. Somebody moving straight on before your relationship is even over says more about their morals, their loyalty, their respect, their empathy towards those they claim they care about than it ever will you. You are worthy. It was a narcissist that was never worthy of you, as they seek to bring other people down because they can't regulate their own happiness. So they are envious of other people's. I shall add the video into the description on the narcissist discard that goes into more detail. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and start creating the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day, and then you can start creating the life that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing life. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.